Welcome back into Holyoke High School as the Lady Rams of Merino will take on the Lady Dragons of Holyoke for a chance to go on to Akron and regionals. Winner of this goes to Akron. As I'm Quanstead bringing you 2A District 2 volleyball here on this big time small town media production. We get a chance to get the score from the other side in Yuma. The Yuma Indians get the first set by a win of 25-8 as we will take a break, and when we come back we'll have starting lineups right after this. I'm Quanstead bringing you 2A District 2 volleyball from Holyoke on this big time small town media production. welcome back in for 2A District 2 Volleyball in Holyoke, as Amkol Hanstead bringing you this big-time small-town media production as the seniors being announced, most of the seniors being announced for the Lady Rams, as the starters for the Lady Rams will consist of Allie Owens, Josie Dreyer, Kylie Mertens, Elsa Shino, Liz Thomas, Carly Casper, the libero, and Cheyenne Jackson, the last and final starter. And for the Lady Dragons of Holyoke, for a chance to go on to play in Akron and at regionals, is the libero Tina Huffman, number 6 Molly Brandt, Jacina Kruger, Erin Wieselmeyer, Ashley Humphreys, Maddie King, and Lindsay Helgoth will be the starters for the Lady Dragons. The Lady Dragons defeated the Wiggins Tigers in 5 sets for the first win, and then the Merino Rams turn around and beat the Wiggins Tigers in 4. And now these two will face off for a chance to go play in Akron. We have word from the other sides of the 2A as Yuma has won set 1 and 2, 25-8 and 25-11, I do believe, against Haxton. I'm not sure who they are playing right now, as it could also be, no, they are playing Sedgwick County. So Sedgwick County gets the back-to-back games, as the teams will go ahead and shake hands, and we'll get things underway. One thing to note is I had trouble with this is the libero in Tia Huffman does not wear the numbers listed. She wears a yellow jersey, but she does not wear number 5. The Dragons will be in their greens with a yellow libero. The Rams will be in road white with a maroon libero. As we get ready to set for this, we'll get this match underway. The winner of this will go to Akron. Will it be Merino that has to travel just a few miles to go to Akron, or will it be Holyoke and their chance to take on the Lady Rams, the defending state runners-up from last year? As both teams taking the court. The liberos coming on. And the serve going to Merino. As we'll try to have these sorted out. The rotations, as the serve will be for Liz Thomas, and she will roll the net cord ace right off the bat for the Merino Rams as they get point number 1. Liz Thomas, the senior, with the serve, floats one back row, picked up by Huffman, sent up near side for King, pounds one down and in. The Queen of Kings of Holyoke, as she puts one down and ties it up at 1, as it will be Wieselmeyer with the serve. Jackson sent up far side, Owens off Wieselmeyer and out, and a kill for Allie Owens. 2-1 now. Merino Rams lead. Back to serve will be Jackson for the Rams. Jackson serve Goes back row, picked up by Huffman. Wieselmeyer with the set. Goes far side for Kruger. Be dug out by Carly Casper, and nowhere near a pass was a Lady Ram. And it evens it up at 2-2. As Justina Kruger with the serve. Floats one over, picked up back row by Thomas. Jackson will set it over, set back over by the Dragons, and misplayed by Michaela Leachman. And becomes 3-2 Dragons. Kruger still with the serve. Serve will be floated far side, picked up by Casper. Set up in the middle for Owens. She'll set it over, dug out by the Dragons. Set up for Humphreys as she will get dug out by the Rams, and a free ball over back by Casper. Humphreys set near side. King, big swing, dug out by Casper. Be set up in the middle for Owens. Her attack will go long, and the Dragons get an early double point or double up lead, 4-2. Kruger with the serve, set up Owens. Jackson in the middle for Owens, once again blocked at the net, tipped up by Humphreys, and out off of Lindsay Helgoth. Makes it 4-3, and going back to serve will be Dreyer for the Rams. Dreyer goes in the middle for Wieselmeyer, as Wieselmeyer cannot handle the serve, makes it 4-4 off the lift. Dreyer goes back down the middle, will be dug out by Kruger, tipped over by Humphreys, and down for a kill, as the serve and pass, good receiving team is Holyoke, as King will serve for the Dragons, picked up by Owens, set up Owens near side, big swing, and off of King and out. And Allie Owens' second kill of the match here against the Dragons, and it makes it 5-5. Should give herself the serve now. Owens with the serve, and it will go long and out. Makes it 6-5 in favor of the Dragons. Back to serve now will be Ashley Humphreys, the junior setter. Humphreys serve. They picked up by Leachman. Set up Jackson near side for Leachman. Big swing and long on her attack. Back-to-back long attacks. Gives a 2-point lead for the Dragons of Holyoke over the Merino Rams. 7-5 is Humphreys with the serve. Picked up back row by Owens. Set up Jackson for Thomas. She tries to go backhand and hits it into the net. 8-5. Bailey Walzer comes in for the Rams to play defense for Michaela Leachman. And this ball will be back row, and an ace for Ashley Humphreys off of Allie Owens. 9-5. Holyoke still with the serve as Humphreys will go right to Walzer. Set up back row attack from Mertens, and she will hit it into the net, and a quick timeout taken by Aaron Schmidt and the Merino Rams. 10-5, the Rams trail to the Holyoke Dragons. I'm Kwasa, bringing you Class 2A District 2 volleyball in this big-time small-town media production. As the Dragons really putting the ball in play, but letting the Rams make mistakes. It's much like baseball. If you put the ball in play, let the defense try to play the ball, whereas the Rams are not hitting so well right now. If the Dragons can just put the ball over, they have a better chance of scoring right now. As coming out of the timeout, it will be Humphreys with the serve still. 10-5 is the Dragons lead. It'll be two walls there. Jackson at the net as the pass into the net. And it'll fall on the Rams side, make it 11-5. Humphreys still serving. Serve rocketed down the middle, be picked up by Casper, and it'll be set over by Thomas. Picked up near side and be in the middle for Helgoth and tipped across. Set back over, blocked at the net, and picked up Humphreys. Wieselmeyer in the middle for Helgoth, and she will put one down by Allie Owens. Makes it 12-5. And coming back in for Bailey Walzer is Micaiah Leachman. As Ashley Humphreys with the serve. 12-5. It's picked up back row by Casper. Set up Mertens. A free ball over by Leachman. Dug out back row by King. And a lift ball called on Maddie King. Makes it 12-6 and give the serve to the Rams. And Elsa Shino will come in to serve. Shino with the serve, and it'll be dug out back row by Maddie King. Picked up by Kruger, and a free ball over by Brandt. He set up in the middle for Mertens, and she will tip it over the block and find the near sideline. Makes it 12-7. Shino serving, 12-7, Rams trail, as it will be an ace for Elsa Shino, as in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle of the corner, Wieselmeyer and Brandt. Shino with the serve. Be picked up by Wieselmeyer. Set up for Wieselmeyer near side, pounds one off a block off Shino, and Casper tries to dig it out but can't get to it, and makes it 13-8 as the point goes to the Dragons, and back to serve will be Helgoth. Helgoth serve will be back row, set up in the middle and tipped over by Jackson. Set up in the middle for the Dragons, blocked at the net, tipped across, blocked by the Dragons, back onto the Rams side. A big swing from Owens, and wide right goes out. Makes it 14-8 as Helgoth will serve again. Helgoth serve will be just left of the out near side line. Makes it 14-9 as the service error will go in favor of the Rams. And back to serve is Carly Casper. Casper with the serve will be dug out back row. Set up near side. It will be for Kruger, and her attack goes high, wide, long. 14-10. Casper serving for the Rams. Rams trail by 4, and she will hit one right into the net and make it an easy point for the Dragons. Molly Brandt back to serve for the Dragons with a 15-10 lead. Dug out back row by Owens. Set up Jackson. A back row free ball from Thomas. Set up Humphreys in the middle for Brandt, as it will be shot back over off the dig. Near side, it will be King, rolls it over. A dug out by Owens. Far set for Thomas. Big swing through a block, and into the net go the Dragons, as it was Aaron Wieselmeyer. Makes it 15-11. And Liz Thomas with the serve. She floats one back row, dug out by Humphrey. Set up near side. King, big swing, goes cross court, dug out by Thomas. Off the rafters and off Allie Owens and into the stands. Makes it 16-11. As Aaron Wieselmeyer with the serve will be dug out back row by Casper. Set back up into the middle as Kruger will put it back down, as it was right in her range. 6-point lead for the Dragons. 17-11 they lead here in set number 1 against the Merino Rams. Wieselmeyer will be dug out back row by Thomas. Set across over by Jackson. Set Humphreys in the middle. Kruger, big swing, dug out by Casper, and she can't handle it as it goes to the stands, front row. Makes it 18-11, and a timeout taken by Coach Schmidt and the Rams as they trail 18-11. big hits have come from the Dragons so far. Early on in this set, it was the return errors of the Rams. Now, the Dragons are getting the opportunity. That ball's coming back on a free ball. They're just going to set it up and let your big hitters in King and Kruger and Wieselmeyer try to put it down, and that's what has gone right for them here later on in this second set. Sure, it's only been 8 points that they've done it with, but that's a lot more than you need, because if you're having a great time receiving serves, you're going to have a chance to win, as Wieselmeyer will have the serve coming out of the timeout. Wieselmeyer serve dug out back row by Shino. Set up in the middle for Mertens, as she will hit it long and be dug out by the Dragons. Send it back up over as Kruger will dig one out and put it back across on a free ball. Jackson, Allie Owens will have it free balled over. Wieselmeyer set up Humphreys in the middle. Kruger, and she puts one back line. 19-11. As coming in is Veronica Karg for the Lady Rams to play front row for Dreyer. As Wieselmeyer dug out by Thomas. Shoot far set for Owens. Tipped off the block, dug out by Huffman. Can't get to the pass is Humphreys on the dive, and she will come up short, make it 19-12. And going back to serve is Jackson for the Rams. 19-12 as the serve goes long and out, make it 20-12. And the Dragons just 5 points away from the set. Going back to serve for the Dragons is Jacinta Kruger. As Kruger will be dug out by Casper, put back down by Helgoff. As Helgoff will get her second kill of the match. And give Kruger the serve again, 21-12. Kruger's serve floated over the middle, be picked up by Thomas, set up in the middle for Owens, blocked at the net, dug out by the Rams, and a free ball over by Thomas, picked up by Wieselmeyer, set up near side for King, big swing and into the net. She will pound a attack, make it 21-13. And going back to serve is Veronica Karg for the Rams, and it will float all the way back to the basketball baseline. Makes it 22-13. And serving is Maddie King. Be dug out by Casper in the middle. Set up near side for Leachman, and she will go past the block and down in front of Wieselmeyer. Makes it 22-14. And going back to serve is the senior Allie Owens. Owens with the serve will be picked up by King. Over and tipped and jousted at the net. Won by the Dragons and bumped back across. Leachman set up for Mertens. Will be tipped up by King. Set up Humphreys near side. Brandt off the block. And will be hit up and out of the reach of a diving Humphreys and back on the Dragons side. Makes it 22-15. Owens will serve again. 22-15. Rams trail to the Holyoke Dragons. Be set up back row for King and be Helgoff with a attack at the 10-foot line. Rolls the net court and gets it to fall. Makes it 23-15. And going back to serve is Ashley Humphreys. Humphreys with the serve right into the net. A service error makes it 23-16. And going back to serve for the Merino Rams will be Elsa Shino. Shino with the serve. It'll be an ace on the back line in between King and Kruger. And that is one thing so far that the Holyoke Dragons have given up. In match number one, they gave up 8 aces, and they've given up 2 so far. Shino with the serve as Wieselmeyer and Megan comes in on defense, and it'll be sent over by Helgoff. Far set for Thomas. Big swing blocked at the net. Hits the antenna and point to the Merino Rams. Makes it 23-18. Shino's serve will be picked up back row by Aaron Wieselmeyer. Set up for Wieselmeyer. Big swing will be picked up by Casper. Dug out at the net and out off of Jackson. Makes it 24-18, and set point will go to the Holyoke Dragons, as it will be Lindsay Helgoff with the serve for the Dragons and the set. The serve will go back row for Allie Owen. Set up Jackson near side. Mertens will put one off the hands of Aaron Wieselmeyer, and the Rams avoid one set point. Still set point for the Dragons as Carly Casper will go back to serve for the Merino Rams. The serve will go back row for Humphreys and make it an ace as Humphreys puts this ball by the cheerleaders. Makes it 24-20. Never count this Ram team out. Casper's serve floats one down for Huffman and make it back-to-back aces for Carly Casper, and a timeout taken by the Holyoke Dragons and Coach Michelle Wieselmeyer, as the Dragons have given up several points, as it's now 24-21 as the Rams battling their way back into this one. I'm Cole Hanstead bringing you 2A District Volleyball from Holyoke. On the other side is Yuma and Akron playing host. Yuma has a 2-0 lead over Sedgwick County, 25-8 and 25-11. And as we're here in set number 1 between the Holyoke Dragons and the Merino Rams, the winner of this match will go to Akron and to districts, or to regionals, excuse me. As Carly Casper with the serve for the Rams, as it's dug out back row by Huffman, tipped over by Wieselmeyer. Be a free ball over by the Rams, set up in the middle. Wieselmeyer, Megan will hit one into the net and will fall on the Dragons side. 24-22, and the Rams have come back and tried to put a scare into the Dragons. Still set point. Casper's serve goes back row for Humphrey. Set up Wieselmeyer near side for Megan Wieselmeyer. Dug out back row by Carly Casper. Set far side. Thomas, big swing. Dug out by King. Wieselmeyer set up for Brandt. It'll be dug out by Carly Casper. A free ball over by Liz Thomas. Set up Wieselmeyer near side. Molly Brandt will roll one off the net cord. Dug out by Shino. Set up. It'll be Karg back row. Be dug out by Humphreys. Set up near side. Brandt. Long attack, dug out by Casper, and Shino cannot get to the pass, and the Holyoke Dragons take set number 1, 25-22. In the final match of the night between the Dragons of Holyoke and the Rams of Merino. Set number 1 goes to the Holyoke Dragons, 25-22. I'm Cole Hanstead bringing you this Class 2A District 2 Volleyball Tournament here on this Big Time Small Town Media production and on ColoradoPreps.tv. we head to set number 2 as the Lady Dragons of Holyoke will have the serve in the set as they take set number 1 from the Merino Rams, 25-22. And it will be Erin Wieselmeyer with the serve as we switch sides. Wieselmeyer's serve will be an ace in front of Carly Casper. Back-to-back sets, we start off with an ace. What are the chances of that? As Wieselmeyer serves again. Wieselmeyer float one over to Thomas. Be picked up by Jackson. Back row attack and set over by Casper. Wieselmeyer will set one back up. Casper dug out. Set up Jackson near side. Owens, big swing, dug out. Wieselmeyer set up Humphreys. Far side, King, big swing off the block and be dug out by Humphreys. Set up and set across as Jackson near side. And we set up for Dreyer. She goes cross court and floats one to the line for a kill. Makes it 1-1. And back to serve is Cheyenne Jackson. Jackson with the serve will put one right into the net. Makes it 2-1. This is the only sport where it's not good to find nylon. As it'll be Kruger with the serve for the Dragons. Set up near side. It will be for Micaiah Leachman. And she will pound one into the net. Makes it 3-1. Kruger serving again for the Dragons. She floats one back row and just out as Thomas backpedaling, thought about trying to hit it up, but let it go. And that'll give the serve Josie Dreyer of the Rams down 3-2. Serve will be picked up back row by Wieselmeyer. Set up by Humphreys, and she tips it over and down in the corner right at the 10-foot line and the sideline. And that'll give the serve to Maddie King. King with the serve will be an ace in front of Carly Casper, 5-2. Well, you have an ace for a king. Well, you're looking pretty good at a straight flush there. As the King serve set up by Owens, tipped over by Jackson and down for a kill. Makes it 5-3, and Allie Owens will go back to serve. And they reverse the point as they say the back row player played it higher than a ball higher than the net. So it will go to Jackson off the serve, and Owens will float one over and down for a kill, just out of the reach of a diving Wieselmeyer. Makes it 6-3. And now Allie Owens will get the serve. Owens with the serve now. And will be picked up back row. Aaron Wieselmeyer. Humphreys at the net. Tries to joust for it. And it is won by the Rams down on the Dragons side. Point to the Rams. Makes it 6-4. Allie Owens with the serve. Serve will be picked up back row. And near the sideline and into the front row of the student section as it was Kruger with the dig and couldn't get it to stay in play. Makes it 6-5. Rams trail by 1. Owens with the serve will be dug out by Kruger and put back across and on the back line from the dig as she misplayed it. She tripped over. She stumbled on her feet and ended up getting the dig, and it went over onto the back line, and she gets herself a kill. Makes it 7-5. And going back to serve is Humphreys. Humphreys serve off of Micaiah Leachman. Ace. 8-5 as the Dragons lead in set number 2 and lead 1-0. As Humphreys still with the serve. Humphreys' serve will not quite get over the net as it hits the net, and service error. Going back to serve will be Micaiah Leachman. McKay's serve will be into the net. Back-to-back service errors, and Elsa Shino will go on to play defensive specialist for the Rams. Back to serve for the Dragons is Lindsay Helgoth. Helgoth's serve will be picked up by Shino. Tipped back over, and Kruger will put it down as it's in her radar. Makes it 10-6. And Helgoth will have the serve once again. Dragons lead 10-6 over the Merino Rams as it's picked up back row by Owens. Set up Mertens will tip it across. It'll be set up for Kruger. She pounds one down, and it'll be a 4-hit violation on the Rams as it's dug out by Thomas, tipped up by Mertens, and Shino with the 4th hit gives the points to the Dragons. Helgoth serve. Floats one to Elsa Shino. Be picked up by Thomas. And a free ball back over by Jackson. Set up. Helgoth in the middle for Kruger. Pounds one into the net. And the Rams get a point back. Coming in to play front row for the Rams is Josie Dreyer. And back to serve is Carly Casper. 11-7 as Casper's serve dug out. Back row set up, and it'll be Brandt with a free ball over. Owens set up Jackson near side. Thomas, big swing into the net from the 10-foot line. And gives the serve right back to the Dragons, 12-7. Molly Brandt, the captain, will serve, and it'll be picked up back row by Shino. Near set for Dreyer, be dug out back row by Brandt. Set up far side, King, left hand. It's dug out by Casper. Set up for Thomas. Big swing off the block and out. And point to the Rams. Kill goes to Liz Thomas. Makes it 12-8. As Thomas's serve picked up back row by Humphreys. Set up across. Kruger will pound one off of Elsa Shino and kept alive as Owens will roll the net and can't get it over as it makes it 13-8 as it stays on the Merino side. And Aaron Wieselmeyer with the serve. Wieselmeyer float one to Carly Casper. Sent up near side. Jackson. Owens, big swing and out on a long attack. Makes it 14-8. Wieselmeyer serving again. Floats one to Liz Thomas. Sent over by Jackson. Dug out by Huffman and set back over by Wieselmeyer. Set up Jackson near side for Dreyer. Be dug out by Wieselmeyer. Set up far side. King pounds one off the block and down for a kill on the Merino side. And a timeout will be taken by the Merino Rams. They trail 15-8 to the Holyoke Dragons in 1-0 as Holyoke took set number 1, 25-22. News from Yuma. Yuma has swept the Sedgwick County Cougars 25-8, 25-11, 25-21 as they booked their trip to Akron and their regional spot. Or as they may have played Burlington. I'm not actually sure who they played. I never got the team. All I got was Yuma swept. As it's 15-8 coming out of the timeout, the Dragons have the serve, and it will be Aaron Wieselmeyer, and it'll be dug out back row by Casper. Sent up Jackson in the middle for Owens, blocked at the net, and a lift call on Dreyer. Makes it 16-8. The serve picked up back row by Casper. Sent up, and Shino will have to free ball from the back row. Set up, Wieselmeyer, far side. King, big swing, and catches the back line. Down and in as Maddie King has been just unstoppable if she gets the right set. Makes it 17-8 here in set number 2. As Wieselmeyer's serve picked up back row by Casper. Set over by Jackson, blocked at the net. And Owens will send it over, dug out by Huffman. And a lift ball called on the Dragons. And give the point to the Rams. Makes it 17-9 as Jackson back to serve. She'll be picked up by King. Set up near side. It will be Kruger, goes cross court and be dug out. Casper into the rafters, and a free ball over by Mikhail Leachman. Dug out back row by Huffman. Set up far side. King, big swing off a block. Dug out Mikhail Leachman. Set up near side. Owens will set it over and out. It makes it 18-9. And going back to serve is Kruger for the Dragons. Holyoke leads 18-9 over the Merino Rams. As a serve is picked up by Thomas. Set up. Mikhail Leachman will float one over the block and down in front of Kruger and Wieselmeyer. As that will give Josie Dreyer the serve. Dreyer's serve floated back row for Wieselmeyer. Near set for King. Off the block and down on the Rams side as King just coming up big here in set number 2, 19-10. And she will give herself the serve. She already has one ace as her serve will go back row and be picked up by Owens. Set up for Mikhail Leachman in the middle. Her attack will go wide on the cross court. Makes it 20-10. As Coach Aaron Schmidt and the Merino Rams will take another timeout. They're down by 10, 20-10 here in set number 2 and trail 1-0. I'm Cole Onsta bringing you 2A District 2 volleyball. Yuma swept and has punched their ticket to Akron. Winner of this goes to Akron on Friday. On the 1A side, Weldon Valley is the number 1 seed. Pawnee is the number 4 seed. We wait until Tuesday or Thursday to play the rest of those games at Northeastern Junior College. Ben Blecka on the call there. As he will have, there will be Fleming, Peets, Kalichi, and I can't remember the last team in that. As King will have the serve coming out of the timeout for the Dragons. It'll be picked up back row by Casper and near the net. No one home. Makes it an ace for King. Makes it 21-10. Blackjack. Dealer draws. Big jump serve into the net from King. Just trying to figure out if she could do it as she hits it right into the net. Makes it 21-11 and back to serve goes Allie Owens. Owens' serve will be an ace in front of Kruger, and Allie said, well, if you're going to make the mistake of jump serving and giving us the ball, I'm going to make you pay with an ace. 21-12. Owens with the serve. It goes straight back to Huffman. Set up Humphreys far side for Brandt. Floated over the block and dug out by Owens. Set up near side. Thomas. Big swing dug out by Hoffman. Set up in the middle and be Helgoth and will find the near corner and in. Makes it 22-12. Down by 10 are the Merino Rams to the Holyoke Dragons here on this big time small town media production of 2A, Class 2A District 2 volleyball. As the serve will be for Ashley Humphreys, and she will answer Allie Owens' ace with an ace of her own off of Allie Owens. Humphreys back to serve at 23-12. Dragons lead. Humphreys' serve will go to Owens, set up for Mertens, and across, and be sent back over by the Dragons. Owens cannot get to the pass from Jackson, and down and set point for the Dragons, as going back to serve is still Ashley Humphreys for the set. Merino staved off a couple set points before falling ultimately in the last set, as its serve goes back row for Allie Owens. Set up for Owens, and Owens will get the kill as Huffman cannot dig it out. And they stave off another set point, and going back to serve is Michaela Leachman. 24-13, Leachman's serve will be dug out and across. Set up Jackson, and it's over the net and put back by Helgoth, and that will put it down and the set 25-13 as Holyoke wins set number 2, 25-13. And we will head to set number 3. 2 sets to none lead the Dragons have over the Lady Rams of Merino. I'm Cole Onstead bringing you Class 2A District Volleyball on this big-time small-town media production, also on ColoradoPreps.tv. We saw 5 sets, 4 sets. Will we see 3? 5-4-3, that could be the case, as the Holyoke Dragons have a 2-set to none lead over the Merino Rams. As we head to set number 3, I'm Cole Onstead bringing you Class 2A District 2 Volleyball, as the Merino Rams will have the serve, and it will be Liz Thomas coming out of the set with the serve. As it be dug out back row, set up near side King, big swing, dug out by Carly Casper. Set up Jackson, far side Owens, big swing, and it'll go down the line and be dug out by Humphreys, and a 2-hit violation on the libero in Huffman, and first point goes to the Rams. Thomas's serve will be an ace off of Huffman, excuse me. So we don't start off the set with ace, ace, ace. We start off with ace, ace, point, ace. So, hey, it works. As Thomas's serve into the net, a two-hit, or a off the rebound, a two-hit violation. Makes it 3-0 as Thomas still serving. As they're dug out back row and set over by Wieselmeyer. Far side, Owens blocked at the net and out, and Wieselmeyer just clutches her fist saying, I had that, and makes the Rams 4-0 to start off set number 3. Thomas with the serve, floats one down the middle, back to row for Humphreys. Set up, Wieselmeyer set up, and blocked at the net, and shot across by the Dragons. A lift call on Carly Casper. Makes it 4-1. Wieselmeyer with the serve, dug out, back row by Thomas. Set up for Owens, pounds one off the net court and down in front of a diving Huffman, and gets the kill. Makes it 5-1, and Mikhail Leachman comes in for El Sachino as Cheyenne Jackson back to serve. Jackson serve, Burr Huffman back across on the Merino side, dug out by Casper. Big swing near side from Leachman. Set up for the Dragons. It will be King. Dug out Casper, and no one can get to the pass, and makes it 5-2 as the Dragons get the serve back, and it'll go to Kruger. (5-2). And we dug out back row. Set up Jackson in the middle. Owens will tip it over, and we dug out King. Set up for King is getting in her way was Helgoth as tries to pass it over and can't get it. Makes it 6-2 as Josie Dreyer goes back to serve for the Merino Rams here in set number 3. Dreyer serve, dug out back row by Wieselmeyer and set across by King. Set up far side, Allie Owens, big swing, and her attack goes long. Makes it 6-3. Rams still lead as Maddie King goes back to serve for the Dragons. Dragons trail but lead 2-0 as the serve dug out back row by Casper, set up and tipped over by Leachman. Set it back over across by Wieselmeyer, dug out by Casper, set up. Jackson rolled the net cord is Leachman, set up. A free ball over by the Dragons. Dug out Casper, far set for Mertens. It'll be dug out by the Dragons. Rolled at the net cord is Brandt, and she gets it to fall on the Ram side. Makes it 6-4. And the Dragons coming back. King's serve will be dug out by Casper. Back into Helgoth's spot and puts it back. And makes it 6-5. As right in the radar, you can't put it with this lanky Dragon team. Back row dug out by Casper, set up for Mertens. Her attack long and out. Makes it 6-6 now. As down 6-2, the Dragons fight their way back, make it 6-6. As King serve, dug out back row by Owens. Set up for Owens, near side. She'll set it over, be dug out by Kruger. Tipped at the net by the Rams, and Mertens back onto the Dragons side, and the Rams retake the lead at 7-6. That'll give Allie Owens the serve. The serve from Owens is into the net and makes it 7-7 again. Gives a serve to the setter in Ashley Humphreys of the Dragons. Humphreys' serve goes back row for Allie Owens. Kept up by Mertens. Big swing and floated over by Leachman. He dug out back row and set up for Brandt, and Brandt goes back corner and off Allie Owens for a kill. Makes it 8-7 now. As Humphreys will have the serve again. Humphreys serve. We dug out back row by Jackson. And Mertens will be called for a carry. News from Akron. Akron swept Ray and Burlington. As Mikhail Leachman will dig one out. Dug out by Allie Owens. Set up by Leachman. Gets it over. Set up in the middle for Helgoth. And she will hit it into the net. And makes it 9-8, and back to serve is Elsa Shino for the Merino Rams. As I'm Cole Onstead bringing you 2A District 2 volleyball on this big-time small-town media production. Also on ColoradoPreps.tv as dug out by Wieselmeyer. Hits the rafters and free ball back over. Set up, far side. Thomas, big swing, blocked at the net. Thomas puts it back over. Set over is Brandt, but called for a lift. Makes it 9-9, and Shino will still serve. Shino's serve floated right down the middle, picked up by Wieselmeyer. Set up for Wieselmeyer down the middle, be tipped up by Allie Owens. Set across by Jackson, blocked at the net by Brandt, and back down on the Rams side. Makes it 10-9 now, as Lindsay Helgoth will go back to serve. Helgoth serve will go wide left and makes it 10-10. Those Florida State fans out there know all about wide left, wide right, as they just played Miami, getting a big win this year. As we tipped up off the Carly Casper serve and back on to the Rams side. Free ball over by Thomas, set up in the middle will be for Kruger, be dug out back row by Casper. Owens, a free ball back over by Thomas into the net, and a free ball back over by Kruger, dug out by Casper. Jackson is set over by Thomas, put back into the arms of Kruger, set up and dug out by Casper again. Free ball over by Jackson. Brandt set up for Brandt one more time, blocked at the net, and her attack will go off the net and out. Makes it 11-10 now. The Rams lead. Carly Casper's serve. Line drive picked up by Huffman and over onto the Rams side. Shoot set far side for Thomas. She will float one around a block and down for a kill as the Rams take a 2-point lead, 12-10. Casper's serve. Right down the middle and back over off of Humphreys. Tipped over by Jackson, kept alive by Kruger, tipped by Brandt and can't get it over the net, and a timeout will be taken by the Holyoke Dragons as they trail 13-10 to the Merino Rams, but lead 2-0 here in match number 3 at Holyoke High School. I'm Cole Hansa bringing you Class 2A District Volleyball on this big-time small-town media production. Also on ColoradoPreps.tv. Take the time and tell you join us tomorrow on ihigh.com, where Ben Blecka and myself will bring you WNCC Cougar Volleyball against NJC Plains Women Volleyball from the Bank of Colorado Event Center in Sterling, as the NJC Plains women play host to the Cougars of Western Nebraska in their second meeting of the year. And coming out of the timeout, the Rams of Merino have the serve, and it will be Carly Casper. Casper's serve will be dug out by Huffman, back over and tipped over by Thomas. A free ball attempt as Kruger gets it over. Two Dragons collide. Thomas with a free ball attack and blocked at the net by Wieselmeyer, and down on the Rams side. A solo block by Wieselmeyer. Makes it 13-11. Dragons trail. Brandt with the serve. Dug out back row by Owens. Set up for Dreher. Be Cross court, dug out by Brandt. Set up near side. King, big swing, goes back row, dug out by Casper. Set up for Allie Owens, a back row attack, and be dug out by the Dragons. Blocked at the net. Near side, Kruger joust at the net, won by Dreyer and the Rams, and puts it back down, makes it 14-11. Give the serve to Liz Thomas. Goes off the chest of Huffman. Again, the Dragons get it across. Set up Jackson, far side, set across by Owens. Off of Wieselmeyer and down. Makes it 15-11 now. As Ashley Humphreys going over to have a word with Coach Wieselmeyer of the Dragons. As Thomas will float one over. It'll be Brandt to Wieselmeyer. And big swing from Kruger off of Thomas as she will dig it out. And a free ball over by the Rams. Near set will be for a flat-foot attack of King. Set up Jackson. Set over. It'll be Wieselmeyer gets it back over. Owens will just tip it back. Set up. And a set over by the Dragons. Set up for far side. Owens will go off of Humphreys and down and into the stands. Makes it 16-11. And Liz Thomas still serving for the Rams. She floats one back row for Humphreys. Set up near side for King. Big swing off a block and out. And makes it 16-12 as King says, okay, there's enough of this. Let's get back into it. As Karg coming in for Dreyer. And the serve will be off of Karg and an ace for Aaron Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer's serve will be floated to Liz Thomas. Shoot far side. Allie Owens, big swing and goes out on the attack. Long as the Merino bench protesting that it was tipped. It's 14-16, Ram lead. Wieselmeyer serve dug out by Thomas. Set up in the middle. Karg goes far side down the cross court and in. Makes it 17-14 as Michaela Leachman back in for the Rams to play front row. And going back to serve is Jackson for the Rams. Jackson serve, dug out back row by Brandt. Set up Wieselmeyer near side. King, big swing off of Casper, over and out. As it's 17-15. As that ball hit so hard, Casper would have got it inbounds, but it couldn't keep it down the line. As the serve from Kruger sent up far side, it will be dug out by the Rams and pushed across near side. King, big swing off the block and out as it's tipped at the net. Makes it 17-16, and Kruger still with the serve for the Holyoke Lady Dragons. Set number 3 here as the Dragons lead 2-0. A set and back over and tipped across. It will be tried for a free ball as Helgoth puts it back, and the Rams cannot handle it as a timeout taken by the Merino Rams. 17-17 here in set number 3. I'm Clausen bringing you Class 2A District 2 volleyball in this big-time small-town media production. Also on ColoradoPreps.tv. The Merino Rams had a big lead and have just given it away as it's 17-17 here in set number 3. The Holyoke Dragons lead 2-0. In match number 1, the Holyoke Dragons were taken to 5 by the Wiggins Tigers. The Tigers had to play back-to-back games as they faced the Rams, and the Rams defeated the Tigers in 4, winning 3 straight sets after giving up the first. And now, after giving up the first 2 sets, the Rams had a big lead and give it back to a tie game as the Dragons look to sweep against Merino for their shot at Akron. The shoot far side for Allie Owens off the serve and be dug out Here be King, be long serve or long attack and be put back over. Into the rafters goes the dig from the Rams, and a free ball over by Carly Casper. It'll be dug out and flipped over. And the lift call on a dig by the Dragons, as it looked to be a good dig through the rafters, missed everything, and it ends up on the Ram side, and then they call it back as a serve from Karg. Near side, it will be for King. Pounds one long and out on the side. Makes it 19-17 now. As Veronica Karg still with the serve. Karg serve. Oh, he dug out back row by Brandt. Set up near side. Be for Helgoth, and it goes cross court back into the radar of King, and she puts one down. 19-18. And gives the serve to herself, does Maddie King, as King's serve will be picked up. Back row by Casper, put back down by Humphreys, and makes it, there was, okay, we're going to switch up the call. They say that Humphreys was in the net, so the point goes to the Rams, makes it 20-18. As Allie Owens with the serve will be dug out by Wieselmeyer. Set up in the middle for Helgoth. She'll hit it into the net, and a three-point lead for the Rams. 21-18 here in set number 3. As the Merino Rams lead the Holyoke Dragons. Owens' serve goes back row and be picked up by Wieselmeyer, and Brandt will have to free ball it over. Set up Jackson off the dig. It'll be for Thomas. Dug out by Brandt. Set across by the Dragons. Set up Shino in the middle for Mertens. Set across. Humphreys set near side. Brandt, big swing off the net cord. Rolls across. Off the set as Jackson, and no one can get there. It makes it 21-19, and Ashley Humphreys will go back to serve for the Dragons. 21-19. Humphreys' serve will go right to Owens and called for the carry. 21-20. Dragons trail by 1 to the Merino Rams. Humphreys' serve goes back row for Allie Owens. Dug out and he's set up for Thomas. Blocked at the net and dug out by Casper. Tipped across, and a 4-hit violation by the Merino Rams has tied this ball game up at 21-21 here in set number 3. Lead for the Dragons in set as the serve from Humphreys crosses out and hits the railing. It makes it 22-21, and going back to serve is Micaiah Leachman for the Rams. 22-21, the Rams lead over the Dragons. Dug out back row, Wieselmeyer set up for Wieselmeyer. Will be dug out by Leachman and off the back wall, and Wieselmeyer will have a kill. That will send Lindsay Helgoth to the line to serve. 22-22. Helgoth serve. They floated back row for Allie Owens. Sent up and over by Jackson. Dug out by Humphreys. Tipped back over by Wieselmeyer and down. Makes it 23-22. And the Merino Rams will take another timeout. That's their second. I'm Cole Hansa bringing you Class 2A District Volleyball set number 3. 23-22. The Dragons of Holyoke lead in set number 3 and lead 2 sets to none over the Merino Rams on this big-time small-town media production, as the Dragons 2 points away from taking a match. And if the Rams can come back, they are 3 points away from forcing game 4. I mean, we saw the Giants-Cardinals in the American or the National League Championship Series go 7 games. We saw match number 1 go 5 sets. Match number 2 go 4 near side. It'll be for Thomas off the serve as be dug out by the Dragons and flipped back over by Wieselmeyer. Set up in the middle for Merton. She goes back row, be tipped up, set up for Wieselmeyer, set across, dug out by Casper. Shoot far side for Thomas. Rolls one over and be tipped up. Wieselmeyer set up in the middle for Kruger. Off the block, down and in. Match point for the Holyoke Dragons. As I was saying, we saw the Giants Cardinals go to game 7 in the championship series. We saw match number 1 go 5. Well, hey, why not force another one? 24-22 match point off of Owens, and that will do it as the Holyoke Dragons have punched their ticket to Akron and regionals as they win in 3 straight sets. 25-22, 25-13, and 25-22. Congratulations to the Holyoke Dragons as they will head to Akron in the 2A regional final. And also joining them is Akron and Yuma as well. So I'm Cole Honstead. This is the 2A District 2 volleyball tournament from Holyoke on this Big Time Small Town Media production.